And to go along with that, we saw Punch of TDE say, he asked on Twitter in response to Super Bowl, do we have a next superstar right now? Do you think someone in our midst, and they don't just mean like, who's the next popular artist?
Yep.
Like, who is Drake, JCole, Kendrick, Travis, Cardi, like, who is a superstar?
Yeah, because I know people were giving him answers, and he literally responded back again saying, guys, I'm not saying your favorite or popular. It has to be a superstar. And I'm going to be honest, and this is what I was talking about a little bit earlier in a few podcast episodes before. Sometimes, like, the current rap doesn't do it for me.
Yeah.
And sometimes when I hear rap albums now, I hear it and I'm kind of like, okay, cool. But I wasn't leaving it like, wow, that was incredible for a long time. And because of that, dude, I really do not think there's a superstar in rap.
Really?
I don't think there's a single.
I think we might have one. I think part of it, you have to be like someone people root for. That like, it's pretty easy to root for like Cole, Kendrick, and Drake. There's like, they all have their great stories. Even if you're someone like Cole who didn't like, or Drake that has like kind of a normal upbringing, like they're just so easy to root for and they're good ass people. And someone I think is relatable to that, and we'll get more into this person, I think it could be Jack Harlow.
That's what, okay, so did you see Punch's response to his
Jack
choice?
Harlow? No, I didn't see that.
He said that for him, it was Lil Nas X, Jack Harlow, and I think he said Cardi B. Those are his three. The problem is for me, Lil Nas X, low-key could be. I can see it, but maybe, in terms of controversy.
If he got more structured on his music, I thought there was like some really good songs. What was that song we both
Dead
loved?
Right Now.
Dead Right Now. Amazing.
Banger.
But then there's obviously some of his like H&M type songs on that album. And if he can make like a full album that's not like, it can be poppy but not meant to be specifically like that sound, I think he could be a huge superstar.
And regarding Jack Harlow, I know we'll get more towards his single he dropped recently, but he is great. He is popular now. People are liking him. His swag, his bravado, he's a charmsman, whatever. But the biggest thing about Jack is where are you going to go from here? Because the question for me becomes, a lot of the songs you're trying to make are hits. So the question becomes, where's your quality? Yes, Cole, Kendrick, and Drake all have hits, but they also have the high quality.
Yeah.
And he's missing that. For you to be a superstar, don't forget, superstars, they have achievements. They have the Grammys, the AMAs, the MTVs, whatever you want to call it. And apart from actually being popular, you need to have quality. And right now in the rap game, I'm not seeing a lot of high quality, apart from the OGs.
I get what you mean about Jack Harlow because he doesn't, like a lot of his songs are kind of about the similar topics and he's not really diving deep. He has these songs in his album, like the song Eastern Parkway. It's like a series of like different streets where he grew up, where he does get introspective, and those are my favorite songs by him. But I see that like it's hard every single album, especially if your life isn't like been the most challenging. Like for him, he's a white male. There's not always that many new topics to keep rapping about. So it actually, that is one thing to look for in the future. Like, where will Jack Harlow, like, what will his topics be? What will we be discussing? Because, like, to be a superstar, there's only so much you can just talk about women in your music.
That's what I'm saying.
But I think he has such great beat choice. He's such a good ear for music. And then he is so likable and so funny that he has this image. I think he has that. He has the ability in his hands to do that.
To be a superstar?
I think so.
I just don't think so, man. I really think there's nobody. Because think about it, bro. Drake, Kendrick, Cole. And another big thing is, like, I see this as rock and roll. Nas was saying this earlier when he dropped, like, hip-hop is dead. But rock and roll, classic rock used to be the biggest genre. Then once labels got into it and the money, and it literally, and of course, for some rock artists now, it's kind of offensive when you say rock has died. I wouldn't say it has died being friendly, but it's definitely gone down big time. It's not the same what it used to be. And I'm afraid that's what might happen to rap in the future. Although it's the biggest genre right now, just like classic rock, a lot of the quality is starting to fade. And a lot of this new generation, I don't see that. I see it maybe a few, but they're not getting looks. Marlon isn't getting that mainstream look. You know what I mean? Jid, although he's there, he's not put up there.
Yeah.
So that's my fear that
I mean, in response to Marlon, that could just be about being an independent artist
sure,
also.
for sure.
You don't have like a machine behind you pushing it. But yeah, I mean, I have faith in rap. I'm loving some people coming up right now.
Who apart from Jack, who do you else think is a superstar?
Superstar.
See, like you're struggling to think of some.
Superstars are hard because it's hard to compare someone to Drake until they're Drake, and you're like, oh. Like it should have been so easy to see it before.
But it was though. When Drake came up, we all knew.
You're right. No, because he did something so different at the time.
And when Kendrick dropped Section 80 coming up to Good Kid, we all knew.
Yeah.
Cole, he was coming in through with the mixtapes. We knew he was having problems with the label, with Jay-Z, whatever. Once he dropped Born Sin on the same day as Kanye, he made a noise.
No, when Jack gets this Kanye West production, we'll see what happens.
Fair enough.